Hello, my name is Logan and I'm your host, the Mighty Pirate. In today's episode, I'm going over the Demolisher. My sources for today's video are technical readouts 3039, 3151, and Sarna.net. In the early days of the First Succession War, Aldous engineers conceived of a solution to the mech technology problem. Their plan was to create a vehicle powerful enough to destroy any mech, but which was attractive to worlds unable to afford mech forces. The christened Demolisher tank debuted in 2803 and has earned a reputation as one of the deadliest vehicles on the battlefield. With two turret-mounted 185mm guns, the Demolisher was an intimidating machine. The titanic weapon that mixes two chemicals in suspension to propel a stream of huge shells at the luckless target. In older models, this produced an enormous amount of heat. As a result, crew members had to wear specific coolant suits because it could get unbearably hot inside the tank during a sustained firefight. The current model solved the problem by channeling most of the ejection gases out through the barrels. Originally designed as a defensive unit, the Demolisher is most effective in urban environments, striking from the hiding. The two massive autocannons can fell even an assault mech with ease. However, the vehicle's lack of secondary weapons make it dependent on friendly infantry to screen against light armor and infantry. The first Demolishers were an amazing success. Many worlds lacking a standing mech force bought the vehicle in quantity. Often, they neglected to acquire the other heavy vehicles, so the tech became known for its ability to destroy anything on the battlefield, earning it the title of Mech Slayer. As the Succession Wars wore down the Inner Sphere's industrial base, and many of these militia-operated Demolishers were drafted into frontline combat units. Former Rimworld's Republic troops raided against the Krita world of Kessel in 28-25, acting on information that the normally defensive force had been redeployed to Steiner fronts. The attackers believed that their two battle mech lances would be sufficient to deal with the lance of Demolishers guarding the Kessel storehouses. Overconfident, the Renegades moved up one of their Rampage assault mechs to scare the defenders into a surrender. Unfortunately, this plan backfired. All four Demolishers fired at the huge mech, destroying it outright. The other invaders then attacked in staggered waves, hoping to wear down the Krita armor, but this worked no better than their previous plan, and the survivors decided it was wiser to depart empty-handed after a lucky shot decapitated a second Rampage. The original Mark I Demolisher utilized a 4-tread suspension system, and this model is most often thought of when thinking of a Demolisher to this day, as many remain in service across the Inner Sphere. The current production version, introduced in 28-23 as the Mark II, sports an improved suspension system and only has 2-tread units. Some troopers remove the armor to install defensive weapons to deal with infantry and small vehicles. In an attempt to target sales at wealthy worlds, Aldous engineers installed a fusion engine in the Demolisher, rechristening it as the Devastator. The vehicle carries an additional 3 small lasers, a flamer, and an SRM-6 launcher. This exceptional combat unit did not go unnoticed by the clans, and in 3058, there was a variant that came with 2 LBX-20s as its main armament. Mounted coaxially were an additional pair of medium lasers and 6 machine guns across the front and side arcs to protect from infantry. Like most clan vehicles, the Demolisher also carried case to protect its ammunition bays. That will conclude my video on the Demolisher. Thanks so much for watching. I hope to see you on the battlefield.